bunch of really shit people that you root for. Is that I felt like it was dragging. Hey, it's Ruby. Welcome back to my channel and to another episode of Clear the Cart. If you're unfamiliar with Clear the Cart or you're new to my channel, in episode 1, which I'll link up in a card and down below in the description, we used my physical TBR jar to choose 40 books to fill the cart with. And the challenge is that I have to read those 40 books within 2025. If I don't read the books, I have to unhaul them at the end of the year. If I DNF any reads, I have to unhaul them. And then also, if I just don't love them or I don't think that I'm gonna be rereading them in the future, I'm gonna unhaul them. I am not afraid to unhaul books, but I am really bad at DNFing books. I usually push through. So yeah, I need to get better at that, and I'm doing yet another series, you guessed it, to try and fix that. But yeah, it's gonna be like the most ruthless of all of them, because that jar is filled with all the books that I've been dreading, all the books that I bought without even thinking, and I'm just really gonna force myself to read as many of them as I can, and also allow myself to DNF a little bit easier with those picks. But today is not that day. So today, as you can see, I wrapped up some of the books. I wrapped up 14, but then one of them got wet and I panicked and I like unwrapped it really fast because I didn't want the book to get damaged. It's okay. But yeah, so we have 13 excluding number 7. So we are gonna go ahead and use the little jar with the numbers, my little balloon animal jar, to pick a number. I don't know how many we're gonna do throughout this week, 3 to 5 presumably, but here is the first one. And like I said, they're just little random numbers. But what did we get? Oh, we got the very last one, number 14. So let's see, let me put this up here, and then 14 should be this last one. So it is a little thick. Oh, that makes me a little nervous. Are you the type of wrapper or unwrapper that like goes really carefully and like tries to be mindful with the paper, or are you just the type that tears? Because that's me. I just tear. I don't have the patience. There we go. It's like Christmas all over again. Wild's Love by Elsie Silver is our first pick, which is funny because I currently started another video and I'm reading the Chestnut Spring series. So I guess it's going to be a simultaneous thing, but I've heard really good things about this series, which it's called, what is this one called? I think it's the Rose Hill series, right? Yeah, Rose Hill series. I know that book 3 is coming out very soon in March, this month, right? So yeah, I don't know anything about this other than we are kind of still in the same space. I don't know if we're exactly like in the same area, like in Chestnut Springs or what. I don't know any tropes or anything like that. I heard, I think it was like single dad, single something, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I think these books are so pretty, and I always make sure to buy them right when they come out. Right when they come out because of the mountainscape. So I know that the newest book is gonna have a couple editions. We're gonna get like just a regular edition, and then there's a Barnes and Noble edition that has character art, and then there's a Target edition, which that they've never done that, and it has the colors inverted. So what you see on the cover that's light will be dark and vice versa. And it looks really cool, and I think it might actually have some bonus stuff in there. I'm not sure. I kind of want that one because the inverted stuff, the inverted colors look cool, but also like I feel like it's not gonna match and it's gonna bother me. So I'm probably just gonna get the regular one. But yeah, it's a little long. Let's get started. Hopefully this doesn't take me too long because it is almost 500 pages long. Damn. Let's start this one. Okay, so I finished Well Loved by Elsie Silver, and I've got to say, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I was a little nervous because based on the reviews, like, people really didn't like this book. I felt like a lot of people complained about this book. I thought it was okay. And I think the reason is because I didn't love the main characters in the book. Like, I didn't love Ford or Rosie. I felt like Ford was a little too grumpy and did a couple of things that I was like, I don't know. And then Rosie was a little annoying at times. So I didn't fall in love with them. And because of that, I didn't fall in love with their love. I thought that I was going to really like this because they're very bantery, very quippy with each other. They're always at each other's throats. And I love that. But because of the characters, I just couldn't love the book. That being said, I did like the world. I did like the side characters. So I feel like the future books I might enjoy more than this one. I didn't think it was terrible. I just didn't love it because of the main characters. And then it felt like it was dragging for me. Like, I felt like a lot of stuff I would have cut out. I just wanted to speed through. I just didn't care enough, or I felt like it was a little redundant. So yeah, maybe it was a little shorter. I would have liked it more. I gave it 3.5 stars, which is still really good. I thought about it and I was like, yeah, I mean, I liked it. I wasn't like forcing myself to read it, otherwise I would have DNF'd it, but didn't love it. However, the side characters I did like. I liked Weston. I liked Tabitha, even though we only see her a little bit. I liked his parents. So we'll see how this goes. I know that West is the MMC for the second book and I really liked him, so I think that one has more potential. And I've been hearing everybody lose their minds over the latest book. What is it called? We get the intro to that guy in this book, Wildside, so we'll see. But now that this is done, let's choose our next read. Let's see, we have a little numbers in here. I'm like, did I take out the other ones? I did take it out. So let's see, we're gonna go with this one, which is number 13. Didn't we get number 14 and now number 13? We're working our way backwards. So 13 is actually right here. Let's unwrap it and let's see what we got. I'm not gonna look at it. You'll see it first. What is it? Mr. Wrong Number by Lynn Painter. Okay, I think this is book 1. There's like a companion book or in the same world. The second one being The Love Wager, I think. So we're gonna read this one. It says, things get textual when a steamy message from a random wrong number turns into a thrilling anonymous relationship in this hilarious rom-com by Lynn Painter. That doesn't sound super appealing to me, but I love Lynn Painter, so we're gonna see how it goes. I feel like I've mostly read Lynn Painter's YA stuff. I only read one of her adult books, which was a really short one. What was it called? Oh, it's this one, Happily Never After. I liked it, didn't love it. I feel like I like her YA stuff better, but let's give this one a shot. I finished a Mr. Wrong Number by Lynn Painter, and I've got to say I liked it. I definitely think that it was like cute and fun and fast paced and just a really light-hearted rom-com-y read. So I like that about it. It wasn't anything that I'm going to be thinking about forever and ever or anything like that, but I can see myself rereading this because, like I said, it was cute and fun and unserious, and so I like that about this. But we follow Colin and Olivia, and they end up in this like texting flirtation. They don't know it's each other though, because Colin accidentally texts her because he thinks he's texting somebody completely different, and it ends up that it's her, but they don't know that it's each other. And they like continue on with this texting flirtation that they've got going on because they just find it really appealing that it's just a complete stranger. They vent to each other and they don't feel judged because they don't know each other, you know? But Colin ends up finding out pretty early on that it's her. And they have been in each other's lives since high school because he's her brother's best friend. So we do have the brother's best friend trope in here, and forced proximity, enemies to lovers, all that stuff is in here. Very, I guess, bantery and tropey, but I liked it. I think I settled on 3.75 stars for this one because it was good, but it wasn't great, you know? I liked it, I recommend it, but it's not gonna blow your mind, you know? It's just gonna make you giggle, gonna make you smile, gonna make you roll your eyes. They are a little annoying at times. Olivia especially, she can get annoying because she just jumps to conclusions. She's very what's the word, impulsive, and she doesn't take the time to think things through in all aspects of her life. When it comes to her decisions, her actions, her judgments, she just very much jumps into things, and I'm not like that at all. And so that did get a little bit annoying at times, but not enough to actually bother me. So a solid read. I really like Lynn Painter. I love her YA stuff. This is the second of her adult books that I've read, and I like her adult stuff, but I definitely have preferred her YA stuff for sure, 100%, because her YA stuff just seems more romantic and more like, it just really gets me more, whereas the two books that I've read of her adult catalog, I wouldn't even say they're like steamy or anything. There is some spice, but it's just more like bantery, like adult bantering, versus I'm thinking like Better Than the Movies, where they still do banter, but it's just more playful, and I kind of enjoy that more. That being said, I love this author. I will continue to read her books because they've been working for me. So now that we're done with this one, it's time to choose the next one. I will say I'm probably going to be reading Bookshops and Bone Dust because I got the audiobook off of Libby. So this is going to be read too, but it's not one of the ones that I wrapped. It is part of Clear the Cart though. So I am going to be reading this one or listening to the audiobook, and when I finish it, we'll talk about it. But let's choose our probably last pick because that's going to be 4 books for this video. So the next one's going to be number 8. Okay, number 8, 9. Oh my goodness. 8 is a hardcover, and it is a thick one. What could this be? You know what? I think I know what this is, because yeah, just by, I can feel that it's got this raised text. It's looking like it's feeling like Six of Crows. Did I keep Six of Crows in here? I did. Wow. It is Six of Crows. The reason that I'm not very enthusiastic, even though this is a beloved book, when did this come out? I read this when it came out. So it is going to be a reread for me. It says first edition 2015. Wow, 10 years ago. I read this a decade ago, and I do have the first edition with the sprayed edges back before, like, they did it first. Who published this? Henry Holt did it first because yeah, they did sprayed edges 10 years ago, and now it's like every single book is sprayed. But this one in Crooked Kingdom has red edges. I need to reread it because I do remember kind of the premise of it. I do know it's like a heist. I do know we have a cast of characters and they're all morally gray. Like, I remember it, but I don't remember the details. So I'm gonna have to reread this so that I can finish with Crooked Kingdom. All I remember is that I didn't love it back then, 10 years ago, right? But 10 years ago, I was 25. I didn't love it, but I did enjoy it. Obviously not enough to pick up book 2, but I did have a problem with reading back then. I felt like I really just, I did abandon things easily, reading in general. So now that I'm all in with it, we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to be reading both Six of Crows and Bookshops and Bondas simultaneously. And we'll check in and see how it goes. They're very different. Very, very different. And this one we're following an orc. It's cozy fantasy. And in this we're following a bunch of really shit people that you root for. So let's get to it. I finished Bookshops and Bondas, but first of all, you saw we went to Barnes & Noble. I needed to pick up a prescription at CVS, and it's next to Barnes & Noble, so obviously we had to go. My husband got a coffee, looked at the manga while I perused the store, and I did end up picking up Our Infinite Fates, the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, because it was $5 off, and then thanks to Kathy, I had a $10 gift card through Fetch Rewards because she signed up using my link, and that boosted me to have enough points for another $10 gift card. So this was like really inexpensive, and thanks to you, Kathy, because you kind of helped me out with this one. And so I got this one, and then I also picked up Wild Side by Elsie Silver, but that one I ordered online, so it'll come to me when it comes to me. And then I got Heat of the Everflame by Penn Cole because I've been waiting for it. I cannot wait to continue on with this world, but look how freaking thick it is. Look how thick it is compared to Our Infinite Fates. damn. It's like 820 some pages or 830 pages. And I'm sure I'm gonna love all 800 and some pages of this. It is absolutely stunning. It also has a bonus chapter, just like the other ones do, an exclusive chapter. So I'm so ready for this. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to continue on with this world because it's so good. And then I picked up something else, but I can't show you that because my brother watches these videos and it's for him. It's not a book. So Johnny, if you're watching, it's not a book. It's something else, but I think you're going to freaking love it. Anyway, and then we did pick up Wicked. My husband actually found this. He came up to me. He's like, look, because I've been wanting it. And we don't own... there's no way for us to play like a movie. We don't have a DVD player, Blu-ray player, or anything. But it says it has a digital code, so that's good enough. It was $40, but it was 30% off, 10% off additionally. And it was triple stamps, so it was like $25. And then that's it. I'm not going to show you the other thing for my brother. But yeah, Bookshops and Bone Dust. I really liked it, but I didn't like it as much as Legends and Lattes, unfortunately. And that's an unpopular opinion, as I often have unpopular opinions. But the thing is that if I had read this before I read Legends and Lattes, I probably would have loved it. Like I love Legends and Lattes. But I didn't because it got published afterwards. So I read it afterwards, even though it's a prequel. And I should have known because prequels, like, I feel like prequels are meant to be read first. With Throne of Glass, I read The Assassin's Blade first. I'm now on Empire of Storms, and I would never read The Assassin's Blade anywhere other than at the beginning. You can read it however you want. Don't even come for me. Don't even argue with me. That's how I read it, and that's how I suggest it. But yeah, I feel like if I had read this one first, I would have liked it more. Because there were a couple things. So first of all, I didn't love these characters the way I love the ones from Legends and Lattes. Like the found family aspect in that book just was so cozy, and it was definitely like a warm hug of a book. Plus, I love the story, just like the baking and the coffee. It's just so cute. And I was often listening to the audiobook while I cooked myself, so I felt like the book and I bonded. But with this one, the characters just did not hit the way that those did. And also the relationship in here, I didn't care. I didn't care about her relationship with this girl because I knew it wasn't gonna last because I've read Legends and Lattes. So I knew that she was an endgame. So, I just didn't care about it, unfortunately. And then what I will say about this one is it has a lot more action. She's actually figuring something out. There's fighting, things that are not a part of the first book, Legends and Lattes. But yeah, 3 stars for this one. I will be unhauling it because I just don't think that I'll be rereading it. But I will read the new book that he has coming out, which is going to be following this character. And if I love it, I will buy it. But now I know, this one, not for me. 3 stars though, it's good. I would recommend that if you're going to pick them up for the first time, read this one first. And then read Legends and Lattes because I think you'll enjoy it more that way. But let's do a little quick recap of what we read this week. We started off with Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I liked it. It was good. It was a fun time. Not my favorite, 3.5 stars. And then I read Mr. Wrong Number, which was a surprise to me because I felt like people didn't really love this. I really liked it. I gave it 3.75 stars. And then we ended with Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldree, 3 stars. I know that I was going to read Six of Crows, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put it back in the cart because it's already Monday and I need to start the new video because that one is time sensitive. You'll see. You'll see what I mean. It's not sponsored or anything. It's just whatever. I'll just tell you. It's because I'm reading... I don't know what I'm calling it, but I'm essentially seeing how much I read every single day for a week as a slow reader. So I think it'll be fun. I'm going to be mood reading. And so, yeah, I'm going to put this one back. But thanks so much for hanging out with me for this week. As always, give the video a thumbs up. It helps the channel out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know if you've read any of these books, what you thought about them. If you've read these, which one was your favorite? If you've read this one, what did you think? Because I'm sure I have an unpopular opinion, but I'll see you very soon with another one. Bye.